The concept of limiting screen time is definitely it's a conversation I've had with other parents before, but it's not completely open because there's a lot of, as a parent, there's a lot of shame in this conversation, or there could be a lot of shame.
Okay,
like, I know,
just get right to it. Do you limit screen time?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
But not as much as, like, so right now we're in the summertime. And so the summertime for me is working from home while my kids are at the house. And so 3 days out of the week I'm there. And if I've got a meeting that they can't barge in on, it screens.
Yeah.
Or like right now, well, not right now, but for the first half of today when we're doing this, they're just sitting at home looking at screens because my wife is at the gym and I come over here and do the recording, and they're sitting at home. But rather than have them like free walking around the house, getting bored, breaking stuff, we're just like, all right, get on screens. I know when I come back, you'll be exactly right there, and I don't have to worry about anything. And I don't. Like right now, I'm not concerned about what they're doing, because if they're allowed on screens, then that's what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I know there's a lot of parents that say you get 1 hour a day, or you get a certain amount. What about you, Meg?
So my daughter's devices have limited screen time and downtime. So there will be a certain time in the night where they'll shut down. She can't do anything. And when she reaches her limit, which varies throughout the year, right? In the summer, I think it might be 4 hours. I'm trying to remember for sure, but and it might be less during the school year but I find that it's that's for personal devices and personal screens, because then we still watch a movie as a family on the big screen. And my son, he's 7, so he has a Amazon like Kindle Fire thing, and it's not great. He mostly uses it for road trips. He's not constantly on that thing. He's more likely to be on the family TV or one of the family TVs, but he'll be watching YouTube Kids and other kids playing video games and whatever he's watching. So there's not, that doesn't automatically shut off. So I do have to tell him like, okay, that's fine for right now. But what I have to do with him and with her is give them alternatives. Like, it's not enough to just go in there and say, okay, screen time's over. Now go figure out what you're going to do.
Now go sit in the corner doing nothing.
Yeah, or if I just say what about all these ideas? Like, you could do Legos, or you could play with your cars, or whatever. It's like, it's almost overwhelming, I think, the choices.
Yeah.
Charlie Yielding and I were talking about this. Like,
the other Charlie.
Our kids, no, didn't say
Got it. Yes.
But our kids have so many more decisions now than they used to. Like, you're not just watching what's on TV. You're picking first a streaming service, and then a show, and then an episode. And there's like 4 decisions before you even watch something.
Yeah.
And with my kids, I'm like, what do you want for breakfast? And everything is not just like, I'm not June Cleaver. Like, I don't make a big breakfast for my family every morning. Like, do you want cereal? Do you want a bagel? Like, let's go. But I'm making them make so many more decisions. And I think the screens are just one more decision. So when I turn it off and I give them another decision, I think that that's kind of exhausting. So I find that it's more successful if I'm like, hey, this is what we're going to do. And I've made the decision. I mean, sometimes they still, argue but if I think of something that's appealing enough, especially if I'm going to do it with them, I will get eye rolls if I tell them to turn off the screens, but I'm going to go back to my screens and you have to go do something by yourself.
Very good point.
That's not fun for them.
Yeah.
But if I'm like, I'll jump on the trampoline, or let's go play basketball or something, then he'll be a lot more excited about that alternative than he would otherwise.
I don't know if it has to be a style thing, because I take the opposite approach. Like, when it's time for the kid, like, say my meeting is ended and now the kids can be free in the house again to make noise and run around and all that kind of stuff. I'm just like, all right, screen times are over. And then when I do get that, well, what do we do? And it's just like, I don't know. You do whatever you want to do to have fun.
Yeah.
But that's not to say that we don't have like options, because we've got our creative kit that we kind of mentioned that.